Welcome to the only role-playing podcast where you, the audience, are in control. It's Choose My Own Adventure. I'm your Dungeon Master, Mark Osborne. With me always are our three adventurers.
The Dungeon Master's wife, Amanda Osborne.
Jeffrey Leon Sabalkan, going by Leon, the next in line's wonderful boyfriend.
Aww. Jennifer P. Ross. This guy's girlfriend.
And our guest this week, Nick Ferranda.
Hey guys, how you doing?
This is the only role-playing podcast where you, the audience, are in control from start to finish. Every 2 weeks, we poll at www.choosemyownadventurepodcast.com, and depending on your answers, these fine adventurers are put through heaven, hell, or someplace in between. Popularity can get you everywhere, so remember to spread the word and get your choice chosen. We are going to be playing a homebrewed mod of the Fates role-playing system, so if you want to follow along, please visit choosemyownadventurepodcast.com to download character sheets, rules, and the adventure summaries. So to get started, how's everyone feeling today? Feeling good? First session?
Yeah, feeling spry.
Well, spry.
Super spry.
You are very old, so spry is
Yes.
good.
Yeah. That is true. I'm ancient.
I made sure to stretch before we did this.
Yeah.
Stretching's good.
That's
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm enthusiastic. This is my first podcast, so I'm pumped.
Yeah, I think is that the same for everybody here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're collectively all losing our podcast virginity.
Well, that's a
Ooh.
social
We're-
construct
yeah.
anyway, so.
And I may be a guest, but I am very excited to be here.
We
Welcome.
are excited
We're
to
excited
have
to
you.
I thought you were going to say, I'm very much a
Yes.
virgin.
Nick,
I mean, you know,
we're happy to have you, Nick, and you know, as your buddy, it's cool to share this with you. So
thanks guys.
yeah, man, thanks, guy.
There's a whole bunch of heartfeltness going on.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the
Which
murder.
will set us
What,
up perfectly for what's going to happen.
What's everyone's role-playing experience like? We've got our fresh audience. I assume we're going to have a kind of range of people who are experienced with role-playing and some that are fresh into it, some people that are being bribed to listen to this by us after recording to make us feel better about more people hearing it.
Social obligation. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks
Yeah.
Thanks to all the moms,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a moment to thank all moms.
Oh boy.
Leon's like, I'm not about this. Moving on.
You want to start?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. Role-playing novice. I've been in a couple of games. One involving the Fate system. So, it's fun.
And
I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to do more.
That was our Avatar game, right?
It was.
We did Avatar: The Last
was.
Airbender.
Oh, that's
What?
amazing.
Yeah.
I was a very angry
Fantastic
firebender.
show.
Why would a firebender be angry? Weird.
I know.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Cool.
Very,
Very
very
cool.
strange.
Awesome. All right, so my turn, I guess, huh?
It's like if I was gonna know there was gonna be
Yeah,
pictures.
Okay, well, strap in because I've been doing role-playing games since I was tiny, probably about like 10, playing, D&D, World of Darkness, blah, 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 all that like horrible nerd crap.
But someone still does World of Darkness.
Yeah, and
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so I've been doing it for a long time, and of course, that also includes live-action role-playing, LARPing, a lot of that, a lot of that. Played an amazing one for 6 years here in Savannah, Georgia, called Avagos, that tied up with live-action combat, real steel armor, really cool. And then I recently ran a full year-long episodic game called The Red Tower, which is like a Dark Souls style death rate D&D campaign with all new players, including Nick and Jennifer here, which was full of tears and sorrow. And I actually swore off role-playing because I put so much blood and sweat and tears into it, it burnt me out. And now I'm back here doing this, ready to go.
I was just gonna
Can't stay
say.
away.
I feel suddenly so
Yeah.
happy.
Oh man,
Could you imagine if Leon was doing this? If he was the DM.
Yeah,
silence after that.
Yeah. It was just like everyone envisioning
Don't
murder.
don't feel that way because I was jaded at the end, but it worked out really well. But I guess that might, the opinion for the audience, you guys listening, might change once Jennifer goes because I tortured her and Nick in my game.
Oh, God. Well, it was as pleasurable as torture can be. I suppose, because it was really well written torture. It was a beautiful campaign, year-long, that we did every single week for like several hours each week. But the Red Tower, your campaign, was my first D&D campaign, and I had one casual campaign after that. But really, the Red Tower was my main body of experience, and it was very intense.
I was gonna say, sounds like he ran you through the ranks.
It was the Dark Souls of D&D campaigns, honestly.
Yeah. For all the moms listening out there, Dark Souls is a video game that you play on Nintendo Virtual Boy.
Really red.
It's very hard to look at, and that's where he got the name the Red Tower,
Yes.
because it's only red, so
Yes.
it's the only color that the tower could have been.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Also blood. But yeah.
Don't fact check that,
that's
by the
about-
way.
Yeah, you fight Crash Bandicoot and Spyro at the top.
Oh god, okay, this is spiraling out of control. The
Okay,
references
anyways,
are too much.
I'm sorry.
But yes, that's the body of my experience, and I'm excited to be here.
All right, Nick, why don't you tell us about yourself? You're the guest,
For the most part, yeah, I was part of the Red Tower. That was fun. I lost like 3 characters.
One in the span of 5 minutes.
Yes,
one in
that's
the
true.
span of 5 minutes.
5-minute
As
death.
I created
You are
him, I
cool,
immediately
cool
lost
man.
him.
It was
That
his fault. Sorry.
I didn't actually catch him as he fell into the death sand. So
This is true.
This is a
The
tragic
party chose a
beginning.
different character that they had history with over his new character who they didn't know. That made sense. Anyways, sorry, this isn't about my campaign. This
It's
is about
okay.
you.
It's okay.
So.
So yeah, that was my first major one. I did like a couple with some friends back in high school that were just very small. So my experience is still pretty novice. But other than that, yeah, just small campaigns here and there.
I do want to redact something real quick. Sorry, that they weren't all new players. Tony Obert, my very wonderful D&D playing buddy, was a masterful veteran player. So that was my flub on that.
all right. Well, Mark, Dungeon Master. Obviously, I'm at least familiar enough with that term. I was gonna say veteran, but hearing Leon's
it's just
list of
Inadequacies.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
No.
I really care.
Guys, do not have inadequacies to the
appreciate
Nerd
that you
King.
care.
Yeah.
Like, there's gonna be so much to feel inadequate about with that title.
No, this will be my third role playing Dungeon Master experience. I'm currently running a campaign with Amanda, my wife, in the Dragon Age universe. And many years ago, I ran a long D&D 3.5 campaign about pirate lords, and everyone had scythes because of that 18 to 20 crit modifier with that ×3 damage.
Dang.
That's sick.
Never ever play 3.5 without taking a scythe. Just saying.
Or
You
just
have it as an off weapon if you need to.
Put it in your pants
just-
for
just-
later.
yeah. Mull it over.
Put that in the memory banks.
I feel like that's a real life lesson as well. Just always have a side.
Always have a scythe.
In your
Just a
car.
handy everyday tool. Really.
True.
God.
You ever need to get through the jungle.
You guys are bad
That's
influences
machete.
on
I'm gonna
me.
get wrung out for that. Okay.
All right, since we've heard a little bit of our experience here, I think it would be pertinent before we jump right into the story of it, we can get a little introduction of our characters. Normally, when we have guest characters, they will have a character that we will introduce at this point, but this is the first occurrence, so I kind of want to keep everybody in suspense about what exactly Nick is going to be doing for us as a group. So let's just go ahead and do a round table, talk about the characters you're going to be playing today and for the rest of your lives.
Till I
Pressure's
die.
on.
Yes. This
I
is the.
volunteer not to go first.
Why don't you go? Why don't we reverse it this time? You go first, Jen.
Let's do it. Jen speaking. I'm playing Ricken Graves. A real pathetic necromancer that is just out there trying to put the romance back in necromancy. But they've been so secluded in their cultist activities that they have no idea of how to adapt into social activity. So they're trying to make it back out into the single mingling scene, and it's a little tough. Anything else?
I just have to say one thing because you might need to explain it just a little bit. When we were talking about character development, you sent me this phrase, agender, but looking for love in all the wrong places. And I'm just wondering, are you gonna be in love with some objects? Is this a quest for like the most perfect broom? the most perfect wand.
You should also mention that.
Oh my god! Are you saying?
Hey, we won't judge here.
Okay, so
You should also mention that you're not human.
yes, I'm a high goblin. So
Which for everyone outside of this is a goblin.
yes, that's a sound I'll be making.
I didn't know Wario was a goblin.
When I say all the wrong places, they're. How do I say this? So we all have holes to fill. Some of them metaphorical, some of them spiritual, emotional. So yeah, Ricken's just trying to fill a hole. Like whether it be, I mean, they're asexual too, starting out. They have a lot of things working against their romantic life, so it's just an uphill battle for them. But they're looking to fill an emotional hole, a spiritual hole. They need companionship of some kind, and whether that come from a garden or a person or an animal, not like that. Calm down, audience. Or the perfect broom. To be continued.
I can respect
Okay.
that.
The mystery will unfold, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's why
Yeah.
the audience is listening, right?
That's why they're wasting their time listening to us.
That's why. I
I guess I'll interject. This is also this is not for kids.
Yeah.
I thought you were
Spoiler
gonna say.
alert,
Yeah.
everybody in this room is over the age of 21,
Hey.
and there
Uh-huh.
will be swearing probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna
Most
say.
likely.
We're not
interject.
vulgar people, but we could be.
We have the we have the capacity to be vulgar.
Yeah.
All right. So my character, it's a little difficult. We talked about keeping some stuff under wraps for my character that I think would be fun for you as listeners to sort of adventure into with me. But for now, I want to tell you a little bit about my character. His name is Aiden Deepbrook. He is a human of African American descent, which I am not, but I think it is exciting to play something a little bit more different. If you look at D&D, they're mostly white people inside the books, so get out of the box. But he is a very noble man. He is selfless to a fault. He's a more serious character than Jennifer's character, but he is for the people. He's very much so very driven. The deciding factor I would kind of go with is he's very determined, I guess, is what I would like to say. And he doesn't really know himself that well. He has very bad family life. His father and the people who raised him are very racist people, and he was sort of ingrained in that culture, and he's trying to sort of like find himself and figure out what he wants to do and what kind of man he wants to be. So he's a little bit more, he'll sort of cut up the group a little bit in that way, but he can be really animated, really intense, but more reactionary than sort of situational, as in like your character. So yeah, that's as much as I want to say about him, really, because anything else would be fun spoilers. So yeah.
All right. Well, on the end of the table here, I am going to be playing Cricket Moonleaf, who is a elf, fatal optimist do-gooder who just wants to do good and look good doing it. So yeah, she's got a big personality. She's gonna be pretty showy. Yeah, definitely very much the knight in shining armor type. So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
a little naive, a little
Yeah.
a lot naive.
This is gonna be great.
Some really.
It's gonna be a mess.
She's a hot, trusting mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just feel, man.
She just wants to believe the good in people,
Yeah.
even when they're not good people. But they could be. Maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Yeah, that sounds great. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with these characters.
Absolutely.
Sounds like got a lot of dynamic kind of personalities going. Not to mention you actually as people being dynamic personalities, but your characters seem to reflect that kind of vivacity that we need.
We hope that they are not non-vivacious.
Yeah. Yeah.
All vivacious.
That would
Guys,
be
I'm gonna be
bad.
boring. You might as well just go play Nintendo Switch now.
I've been
because-
described
Zero
as
Dawn.
non-vivacious.
Or that.
Oh
Zero
God!
Dawn, so
Plug in.
good.
Nintendo's not actually paying us.
Yeah. Yeah. Then
But if you want to, and switch.
All at the same time, guys. And switch.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Anyways.
Yeah, Nintendo, please sponsor us.
So just a couple last little things before we get started. We will be having some live dice rolling. If you go to the website, you can find the rules and type of dice you need. We're going to be using 4d6 that are specially designed for this Fate system. So you're going to hear us talking about things like pluses and minuses, bonuses and negatives. And if you want more information, we'll try to explain it as we go, but all of the information will be available on the website as well. For what you need to know as an audience member, if I say that you get a bonus, they're going to get additional points to that achievement. They're going to roll some dice, and we're going to compare numbers. It'll be pretty obvious once we get into it, but just so everyone's aware, you will hear dice. It's role-playing.
Yep. Let's do it.
Word.
Let's let the adventure begin.
Sounds good.
In a time before time, the world was barren and ruled by cold life, analyzing, orderly, and regimented, everything in its place. From this realm the goddess Tea was born, and unto her people she maintained order. In a quest for true domination of the land, she tore open the earth and documented all things. At some moment, the planet grew spiteful, and from its depths rose Thrag, god of strife. Within moments of his arrival, the land was cataclysmic, the far-reaching kingdoms of Tea torn apart, separated by oceans of molten earth. As time went on, the goddess Tea pled for a miracle, for her power was outmatched by Thrag's raw force. Indeed, once she was moments from peril, a new god announced her presence. The goddess of the wheel appeared, and with a turn of her spindle, she pulled the earth to a time before strife. Tea swore to uphold this peace and promised to never interfere again with mortal life. And with that she became known as the goddess of redemption. With her interference, the goddess of the wheel thwarted the end times, and in doing so created the passage of time, the trials of destiny, and the reward of possibility. So it has been said. Dawn's first light crests the azure cliffs overlooking the land of Faerus. The Temple of the Wheel illuminated by the golden glow of the morning. A cloaked figure approaches the temple from the southeast. She opens the massive wooden doors and slips inside. Pausing at the temple's entrance, the figure pulls her hood back to reveal a crest of braided red hair. Reaching outward with both hands, the figure stumbles through the dim chamber. Slowly moving through the empty hall, she feels the smooth touch of polished stone. She moves her hands up its sides until they reach the top of a circular pillar, a brass ring set in the stone surface, with spokes of bronze symbols shooting off a spindle located at its center. She retreats her hands and places one over her eyes, the other hesitantly on the large bronze ornament attached at the ring's center. She takes in a slow breath, calming herself, and grips the ornament tightly. This wasn't how it was supposed to begin. Everything will be different again. And she spins the wheel. Her vision twirls before her and goes black. She feels as though she's been swallowed by a deep sleep. Moments tick by like an eternity, and when she finally opens her eyes, she is far away from the temple, atop a towering cliff, the gusty sea air whipping past her. She reaches back up to her eyes and feels them there, solid and functional. She turns on her heels and starts her descent to the land below. Back in the Temple of the Wheel, 3 figures stand surrounding the stone cylinder. 2 figures of average height, one shorter than the others. They come to at the same time, each of them realizing they are not the people that they once were.
Oh man. So yeah. taking off the okay.
All right. So just to get a little idea real quick.
Yeah.
Before. We're in the temple. Are we all dressed the same?
Yeah, so let's rewind. 3 figures stand at the temple, all clad in simple shirt and trousers and gray robes, their hoods furled over their heads.
Very well. Okay. All right. So, in a slight panic, I am going to, I suppose, look for a reflective surface.
Okay.
In my panic.
The wheel's there.
Ah,
And
yes.
there's like the bronze spindle at the top.
Yeah.
Is kind of reflective,
Okay.
but
All right.
it's an orb shape, so it's reflecting your face kind of fat.
Okay. Yeah. Sweet. All right. So, I'll take down my hood and I examine my face, touching myself, and sort of look at my reflection and feel like, what is this? I don't understand. Looking back at myself.
Cricket is patting herself down because she doesn't feel right not having a sword or a bow on her. That seems a little weird. But I don't know.
That's fair.
No, I think in this situation, the 3 of you are you've just awoken. We'll say, for lack of a better word. You have a memory in your head of you arriving in this temple.
Okay.
Of each of you grabbing the wheel and spinning it. And as soon as that happened, all of your visions went black. And when you awoke, you found that the body you now inhabit is different than the one that spun the wheel.
All right. Okay. So I will. I dramatically turn over to you, Jennifer, who I don't know your character's name at this point, and I grab you by the cloak. I'm like, "Where are we? Who are you? Do you know where I am? Can you tell me, please?" In a panicked way.
Okay.
Your grab and pull completely pulls the entire weight of my body towards you.
Oh, sweet.
Do you catch me, or do I just? Otherwise,
I attempt to catch you. Catch you.
Seeing someone stumble, I lunged forward to try and catch you, but realized that there was a spindle thing in front of me that
There's
I
gonna
thought
be.
was over to the side, but apparently was directly in front of me, and I trip into it dramatically. And then
All right.
reach up to realize that I there's something covering my right eye.
As I'm trying to catch you, I see you and I try to like help you as well.
Okay, I think it's gonna be the first roll here. Go ahead and roll to save these 2 people.
All right, roll a 4.
Yeah, roll 4.
All right. Okay, so now how does this work out?
1, right?
No.
0.
So this is 1. These are both zeros, and this is a -1.
Okay.
So
you
0.
basically rolled flat, yeah.
So you rolled
rolled a
flat.
0.
So I reach out for you, but you know when you know the cup is going to break on the floor and you're like you have to show people that you were going to try to get it.
yeah, you
Well,
know.
that's what happens. But of course, in concern, I reach out to you and say, "Oh my God, are you all right? Are you fine?"
Oh yeah, I'm okay. Don't worry about it. I think is this normal? It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Very well.
Is everybody else okay? Because everybody seems a little confused.
You didn't catch me, right?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I caught
Okay.
you because it was easy.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
said that you just fell towards me.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
I suppose I am still holding you.
Yeah, I'm just limping your arms.
Great.
And I'm staring. If you can see my face, like under my hood, I just am staring.
Well, I'm
straight ahead.
going to place you down.
Okay.
Like
And-
on her back, or just
Just like a board.
Sitting on her rumpus. And I will sort of just like walk a little bit away from the pedestal, away from the wheel, look around, and it is apparent to me that none of us know what is going on. I suppose introductions are in order. My name, I believe, is still looking at my hands, inspecting how different it is Aiden. Who are you? And of course you. Very well.
Okay, well,
Who are you?
Well, I'm Cricket. It's nice to meet you.
You
yeah,
as well.
We seem to be not in immediate danger, but you, small person, are you okay? Okay.
Well, how about we go outside and see that the world has not ended, and we'll take this accessory with us for now.
My fever dreams are talkative today.
As you look around the Temple of the Wheel, all three of you recognize something very striking. There's people here.
How did I not notice that?
Yeah.
You are.
An audience.
There are people here!
There
there
aren't a few, and they've actually all been ignoring you up to this point. The other thing you notice is that in each of your separate encounters, when you spun the wheel, this place was old, decrepit, and it had no pews, it had no banners, it had no life to it. Now that all three of you are in this place at once, there is indeed a bustle to it. You have some figures that are kind of tending to the tapestries hanging from the ceilings. You have someone who's sitting at the farthest pew by the entrance and just has a book in their hand. They're just kind of reading at their leisure. But none of them are shocked by your presence.
Okay.
They all are kind of just pretending you're not there.
All right. If I walk up to one of the people reading the book and try to get their attention, do they ignore me?
No. As you approach, you see a woman with dark black hair and a cloth wrapped around her eyes.
All right.
As you approach her, she closes the book with one hand, click, and looks up at you with this clothed face
Mm-hmm.
and says, "Welcome. Is this your first time?"
Why, yes, it is. How could you tell?
The dramatic entrance, really.
I see. Would you be so kind as to inform me and my friends here where we are?
Indeed. My name is Honora. I am priestess of this temple.
No.
If you do not know, this is the temple of our goddess, the Wheel. She has bestowed upon each of you the chance to rewrite your lives. I don't know why you came here, but the goddess has chosen to grant you a restart, to explore a realm away from your true self, to perhaps learn about yourself. We are accustomed to travelers coming in, and we are accustomed to travelers randomly appearing. But we haven't had quite a group as you three, especially the one that ran right into the dais. Dear, are you all right?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. I feel like maybe if you're used to this, shouldn't there be some sort of introductory, like, welcome to your new life, maybe?
Oh, sorry. I'm a little new here. Plus the whole
Blind
thing.
Oh, you said that you heard us, right?
Right. Well, I figured I'd let you approach me.
Oh.
Anyway,
That's
I do have something for you. Whoever would like to take it. This book is actually yours. And
yours as in all of ours, or yours?
Yes, as in your fellowship, as it will. And she pulls out a...
I'll take the book.
All right.
Is this some sort of pamphlet about your
So
order
she
or
hands
agency?
she hands you a leathered tome with dyed blue leather and some a gold stamped symbol in the front of it, and it is a wheel that has 3 spokes and then a smaller wheel at the center. Think like a peace sign with a circle in the middle.
Okay.
And she hands that to you.
All right. Well, yes. So, what is this again? Start flipping through it.
As you start flipping through it, it answers. Words start to appear. The first of which are all 3 of your names. As you keep reading, you find that most of this book is indeed blank. Going back to the front page with your names, you find 3 new names. Ones that each sound familiar to a different one of you. As you read past your 3 names, you find 3 more names that reflect places that each of you have been to. The first is a single line saying Brindlebrook Forest, which, Cricket, the minute you hear that, you see a large campfire and the shadows of merriment and dance and people with tankards and instruments dancing around that fire in some sort of celebration. The next is Dark Hollow, and this is Aiden's. Aiden, when you hear that name, you feel a cool kind of air flow on the back of your neck, standing your hairs on edge. And your first thought is of cool stone kind of ruin comes to mind.
Okay.
And the last is Tapor, where when you hear that, Ricken, you see as almost as vivid as you can imagine a towering metropolis with huge pillars of marble and stone magically erected, small stone pillars kind of floating in midair all around you.
All right.
Well, yes, this first place sounds pleasant.
As Aiden is realizing that what has happened is not a dream or some sort of fabrication of his mind, he puts his hood back up and clenches his fist and steps back a little bit, just not being as vocal as he has been the last few minutes. He seems a little off-put and overwhelmed.
Okay.
So he's going to take a step back and readjust himself.
Ricken, upon viscerally feeling something at the memory of Tapor, or the vision of Tapor, begins muttering over and over again under their breath, "The wheel, it spins, the wheel, it spins, the wheel, it spins, save me from this tragedy."
Okay. Anora sees Ricken, and she, I think, reflexively reaches out and puts a hand on your shoulder. And she just kind of tries to calm you, like kind of goes with your rocking motion, and then slowly kind of tries to stop the rocking a little bit. And as she does that, she looks back at Cricket, and she says, "This book is going to show you the path that the goddess has laid out for you. You will always have choice, but the goddess will lead you to the point at which you yourselves would discover why she has brought you here."
All right, so hang on to this book is what you're telling me.
It's a very important book.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't,
all right.
like, when you guys come, then we get a new one. When the next round comes, we'll get that one, but they're kind of like a... This is like a
one
don't
for,
sell
one for you.
item.
daily.
Personal books.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Is there maybe like a satchel or something? I literally seem to have nothing on me except for this cloak and these pants and...
Oh, well, that's not true. Check your back waist. Yes, right behind your waist on the belt there. And
Oh, well, look at that.
As you
What
all,
am I holding?
Yeah. As you all reach behind you, you all have a small satchel of coins. You're all gonna have 5 silver to start out with.
Okay.
Shiny. You can go ahead and write that down if
Okay.
you wish to.
Yes.
I really hope that you guys will keep track of your money
Yeah.
so that I don't have to.
Yep.
As you start leafing through the book again, Cricket, one of the names of those 3 that you saw starts to glow. The text itself seems to like pulsate, and as it starts pulsing and like vividly kind of undulating with this light, it erases the other 2. And the only one left, besides your names, is Tapor.
Oh.
All right, well, that seems to be all you, dear.
I reach... Could I see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I reach out.
Yeah, it's a group. We'll say it's in the group inventory.
It's
I'm
the
very
group
friendly.
chat.
You can take the book. It's fine.
Gotcha. Well, I don't take the book from you. I just reach out a finger with my long, sharp nail and my like kind of knobby fingers. And
Gnarled. I
I just...
thought you were only like 19.
No, I was knobby. They're
Knobby, yes.
definitely like
Goblin
ooh, that's
fingers. They're not quite manicured.
They're a little, yeah. And then I just tap the very tip of my fingernail onto Pour. And
Okay.
All right, so seeing that, I've been silent for a little while. I look over the very intuitive type person I am, and I go, to Pour. Is this place important to you?
it is a place.
Are you
Very
trying to
well.
intimidate our scared
No,
little friend?
no intimidation. I'm trying only but to help. I have an idea. We have no direction in this world except for that. And if this person, Ricken was it, correct?
I don't know if we were ever given a name. Were we? Did you give us a
You read it in the book, so you
that's
inferred.
right. Never mind.
Yeah, you
Because you are-
inferred since you knew your two names.
You are,
We have Ricken
you are
famous,
Cricket,
okay.
right?
That is
And I'm Aiden. So
absolutely
that makes you
100%
Ricken,
true,
I'm
yes.
assuming, the silent one. This is the only lead we have. We must figure things out, and the only way to do is follow our first lead. So I propose that we take you, and we take you,
No.
and we take myself.
No.
Our books,
No.
or our book, singular, is
This
here
book,
with
yes.
our names in it, correct?
That's the
No.
one, yes,
We
it
follow
does.
this trail. We seize the day. We take
Oh
Ricken.
my goodness.
We head down the trail towards the setting sun,
Your charisma is so infectious.
and we do it together.
Only good things can await us. But maybe take a
my
nicer
hood,
tone.
my hood falls off a little. I put it back on, quickly.
Honora puts up a finger.
Oh,
and
yes,
goes,
yes, dear.
To Pour is actually towards the sunrise.
We take the book. We take me. We take you. We take the book again. We go towards the setting sun. The sunrise, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
sunrise.
The sunrise. I like the setting sun. It's more dramatic.
So fast.
The
that we forget.
sunrise. We meet the local people.
Oh.
We curry,
Oh, do we?
or animals. We curry their favor. We find information.
Animals.
We find to Pour.
Here, here.
To Pour.
Yes.
Again, Honora Honora's very much at this point just kind of retracted away from the group and just is reflexively just waiting for someone to.
It was
just
Honora.
kind of-
It was Honora, right? What's-
Yeah,
Oh, oh.
Honora. Find Honora's sight back. We get that.
She goes, well.
Why are you laughing? It's not funny.
I don't. I appreciate that. I don't. They're not. It's not gonna come back. It's fine. That's why I'm here. I'm here.
We
to
let her be. We take the book. We go to the sunset. We find
Sunrise.
the Pour.
Sunrise.
Sunrise.
Yes.
I'm really set on the sunset.
I am there with you 100,000%, believe me. But, Honora, dear, is there anywhere where we could possibly trade in these horribly drab clothes for perhaps something a little better? Perhaps for our adventuring we might need, say
You
a
look
sword
fine.
or
You look
bow or a
fantastic.
nice cape. I do appreciate
I
a
like
good cape.
capes. Let's do the cape thing.
Ricken turns to while
While they're having like a passion show.
yeah, while they're
off
having a
over
passion
here.
show, Ricken shakes to their right towards Honora and is like, "Miss, do I have to go?"
Of course you have to go!
Your name is in the book.
You
Honora
have to take
leans-
us to
Honora-
Tabor.
Honora leans over and puts her hand back on Ricken's shoulder and says, "Don't worry. The goddess will always be watching over you. She will never lead you astray.
And that should make you feel 100,000 times better.
But
Always watching.
just keep an eye out.
What if I do
Between-
something
between-
embarrassing?
Then you can come back here
What
and
do
you can
I-
spin the wheel again."
How do you act around? What do you do when a girl's watching you? Oh, God.
Well, I think maybe
I just kneel down and
Yeah.
I'm just thinking now, like,
Well,
a
I'm
girl's
watching
watching
you right
me.
now. I mean, technically I'm a woman.
Why
But
don't you ask a real life girl? My character doesn't say that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gesture like
Yeah.
raising a hand.
You guys can be.
I'm right here, dear. You're doing fine.
All right. Well,
Well, but before you go, I have one last thing for you. And, well, two things, actually. She reaches in her cloak and she pulls out a map with the local topography of Faris. And she hands that to you.
You're the scribe.
Well, not really, but I'll take it.
You have the other
suppose,
paper?
I'll hang on to the papers for now.
Actually, can I?
Well,
I look at the map
sure.
first.
You should probably look
So
at that.
the first thing
I share it with you.
So this is important. This is why she handed it to you,
I'll share
Aiden.
it with Ricken too.
When
It's
you-
Ricken
not
doesn't
just-
care.
When you look at that map,
If I'm
Aiden,
going, I care. Mm.
There you
I'm
go.
sorry, Ricken.
Mm.
I
Aiden, as
apologize.
you look at that map, one of the first things that you recognize about it
Yes.
is there's no country that you recognize.
There's
Why?
there's no countries on the map that I recognize.
I don't understand.
Well, I recognize them, right? Right? I recognize them, yeah.
The two of you know this map. It's very familiar to you.
Ricken and Cricket do?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you recognize anything
get
on
it.
this
Not
map?
the map specifically, but the general topography. Like you know
Oh,
that
It
okay.
looks familiar. To me,
Okay.
it looks foreign.
to you it looks foreign.
Oh.
Where are we exactly?
Well, okay, so you are here.
Good place,
at the-
good place, good place,
Yeah.
bad place, bad place, bad place, bad, bad, bad.
So Cricket, as you
Ricken, you pointed to the good place the same time every time, and then the bad place was everything
I
else.
don't believe in bad places, only good places.
Bad
Where? I'm confused here. Where are all the elven and human kingdoms? I don't understand.
the two of you hearing that kind of get confused because there isn't an elven kingdom and there's definitely not a human kingdom. Those all got assimilated years ago, hundreds of years ago.
Well, you just became a little stranger to me.
I mean, it's a simple question. It's geography.
Well, history
Ricken
lesson.
raises their hand slowly.
Ricken,
I
would
don't-
you like to give a history lesson?
Great, 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 great grandfather told about that old, very old, dead, oh, gone.
I'm sorry, did you say your great 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 grandfather knows? Is his name Nose?
You know,
Or does he know something?
maybe our first lesson should not be going to the poor. It should be getting a tutor, a speech tutor for you. Because I did not understand anything you said. Please explain to me what you mean.
Oh, no, let her finish. I shouldn't have interrupted. You can do it. Believe in yourself.
Do that.
So we'll say, just for the two of you. So as you try to explain this map, what you're explaining to Aiden is that the Elven Kingdom was dissolved.
Okay.
And the human race, the elven race, and the dwarf race chose that they should live together, together in a kind of universal kingdom instead of having these large city-states where only that population dwelt.
Human elves, not apart in their own places anymore, together in large groups with human elves, dwarves.
What she's trying to say, Aiden, is that the elves haven't had a kingdom in centuries.
Well, you know what we will do?
Oh no!
We will get this
important
map updated later.
Okay.
I'll take that.
This is an updated map.
we will discuss that at a later date. Currently, I will be honest with you, I cannot handle my emotional state. A lot has happened. Let's move on for now.
Positive thinking, Aiden.
I
Yeah.
agree. Emotions.
Before you go, my last
It's
gift
dusty
to
in
you,
here.
travelers. Usually it doesn't take this long to get them out.
I don't really want to leave.
Maybe I'm still learning.
Uh-uh.
The last thing I have is for you, Ricken.
Ugh.
And she hands you a small feather charm.
Take
This charm will allow you to communicate directly with the goddess. If you should ever need her favor, you can contact her in dire need. She will not always respond, but she will when it is most needed. Keep it safe. And with that, I do suggest you make your way towards Tapor. There's a small town not very far from here, where many of our local craftsmen come to repair our tapestries are from. If you follow the road towards the crossroads, keep going straight, and you'll find the small town of Rockledge.
Very well. I believe that sounds like a plan if I've ever heard one.
That sounds wonderful. Honora, dear, do work on the welcoming party. I know you can do better next time.
I will try, Cricket.
Verily.
And she sits back down at the pew.
Oh my god. Immediately goes back to reading a book.
Well,
All
she
right.
has no book, but she just sits
One
back
just
down.
appears out of nothing.
Yeah.
She
Not until the
pretends
next
to be
group comes
reading a
along.
book. She's blind. She wasn't reading the book anyway.
So I believe I will begin to follow her instructions, essentially,
Okay.
without putting too much fluff on it. Essentially, I'm going to do what she said.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Away we go.
Yes.
I scuttle kind of a little bit behind you guys when you start to leave, but I turn around and I bow at Honora and I say, "Thank you, miss."
She bows back, and she raises one hand and just waves gently, princessly. Princess wave.
Oh, I wave back.
Are you wearing the feather charm or are you holding it?
I'm holding it, like grasping it in between my two palms.
You should probably put that somewhere safer than your hand.
Yeah, it's meant to be worn as a bracelet. Like she kind of hands it to you like a bracelet.
I think Ricken is hanging on to like
For
this
dear life.
one, yeah,
This
this
one.
one sensory feeling that's positive.
Okay.
You're so overwhelmed right now with just miscellaneous feelings.
Aiden is walking next to you, like walks slower, and he he bats you on the back. Physical contact, maybe a little bit too much that Ricken doesn't really feel comfortable with, and says, "Lucky you, little trinket you got there. Looks nice on you too. Good job."
Okay.
They blush furiously.
All right. The three of you start journeying down towards the crossroads, and as you approach, you see. Are you a man, elf?
Or
I
a dancer.
am a small man, very small. So I'm just very around 3 foot in height, something like that. You kind of like, you've never really seen me around or anything like me, but I'm just like pouting around, just kind of like angrily.
Okay. You see a very short silhouette of a humanoid kind of pacing around the crossroads, right where Honora told you to keep going straight. And I'm assuming that you are just like, you're just having a fit.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset.
Okay.
Oh, that small man seems like he may need help.
I'm very tired.
We
Oh,
must.
it's fine. Wake up. We have things to do.
We should aid him if he needs assistance. I approach you, not like going too close, but I just hail you with a signal with my hand, something non-threatening, and call to you. Sir, are you in distress? Do you need any assistance?
So I hear none of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just over here going, no, those blimey, those pig herders.
Oh, he's very upset.
Something
Well,
about
let's-
pigs.
Let's try being a little louder.
Go ahead and make a roll, and I'm gonna ask you to do the same. I guess. Yeah. We're gonna have you roll, and you're going to try to be persuasive into getting this man to talk to you.
Ah, yes. I will roll as well.
Our dice stunts are live. So he's cancel.
All right.
you got
So
plus
Nick,
two.
you got a +1.
I got a +2.
Okay. You are going to be. You're going to want to hear Aiden out.
All right. So from hearing what you were just saying, I approached cautiously and I said, "Sir, I have much experience in dealing with livestock trade. It sounds like you're having some sort of pig issue. Could you give me the details? I would love to help you if I could be of any assistance."
Huh? What? Why is it so dark? Oh! You're very tall. Who are you? What did you say again? Can you repeat?
Who am I is a complicated answer.
He's Aiden. Or Sorry, was that right?
Yes.
Okay, Aiden.
You got it right.
This is Aiden, and I'm Cricket, and this is Ricken. And we would like very much to help you so that you are not quite as flustered as you seem to be right now.
Help, yes. Okay, yes, I see. Well then, I am in a predicament, so to say. As you can see, with my bag of goods right here, I am a collector of sorts. I collect all kinds of trinkets, from all across the lands. But you see, something valuable was taken from me. Something very much so valuable. Three unique items. Yes.
Your self-confidence, your will to live, and your faith in the future.
No.
Those were very specific things.
Yes. Is this one all right?
Peculiar.
Oh, they're fine. They're perfectly fine.
Am I
but so,
projecting?
We're talking
someone
about the
took-
pigs. Let's get on to the pigs.
I don't
No,
know. that he's
no.
talking
This has nothing
actual
to do with the
pigs.
pigs.
Yeah, no. This is
Wait, there's no pigs involved.
You said
There are
three-
pigs involved, but no pigs involved.
But
three
I
valuable
was.
things. Are they
Are you
objects
lying?
here?
Yes. So, 3 very peculiar items, yes. See, I managed to acquire some interesting things. A very, very wonderful bow, a gorgeous sword, and two beautiful paired daggers. As you see, I was going to take them to the Magic Society. They seemed very
Magic Society.
very interesting, powerful. I could feel the energy in my hands. Just one of those, just one. I managed to slice several rocks immediately in half with just a swing of the blade.
That's very
Just the swing. I was too afraid to touch the rest, but something about them seemed ominous. I'm not sure, but I know very much so they were filled with power beyond imagination. Oh, yes. But they were taken from me. Yes. As I was asleep, I awoke to find these dirty pig hoarders. Farmers. I believe they were farmers. Yes. They looked like average farmers.
Villainous
to me.
farmers.
Yes. They were hoarding these pigs. I'm sure they were farmers. So they took these beautiful things from me. Please, I just ask, if you would so kindly bring them back to me. I'm sure you wouldn't want to have them or anything. Just give them to me.
Is there
By
any?
the goddess, of course. This man seems to be on the up and up. We have to help him.
Is there any way that you can lead us to these farmers?
Villainous fiends.
Last I checked, they roamed towards the, I want to say sunrise, but I could be wrong. Okay.
Oh, we're
Are
heading
you
that
sure
way
it wasn't
anyway.
the sunset?
Okay, wait.
Very stuck on the sunset.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I ask, do we have our abilities, our first tree abilities right now?
Yeah, you have that first ability that I had you pick out. You said that you were the.
You gonna activate your first ability?
Oh my goodness.
I activate my first ability.
You chose to do the.
Hide in plain sight.
Hide in plain sight, yeah. So you get a bonus to. You can find all this at www.chooseyourownadventurepodcast.com. But yes, you have hiding in plain sight.
Plug it in.
You get a +1 to stealth and disguise checks.
Okay.
Actually, can I see that real quick?
Stealth
I don't know that I actually did this.
Guys,
I'm a spiritman.
now,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong with how I can implement this possibly now, but I see Ricken as like a real wallflower-esque type person sometimes,
Okay.
easily dismissible or overlooked.
Do you want to stealth hide from your companions?
No, not intentionally at all is the thing. Just literally
Not
So as a
intentional,
reflex.
But as a okay.
yeah, I mean, almost like he's mostly talking to them. They're taller, they're more prominent, they're ready to help. He's interested, maybe. And I'm not doing it on purpose, per se, but maybe I'm just trying to, like, unsuccessfully
Yeah,
mention, like, suspicious or something.
Okay.
And they're all ignoring me. So maybe I just like start walking around him, and maybe I don't know if I can look and maybe get a perception check on
No, yeah, that's
how
great.
he
Yeah,
looks.
go ahead and roll for a stealth check, and I'm gonna roll for you, Nick. Please.
Man down.
Do I reroll?
Yeah, we're gonna reroll. Anytime dice falls off the table, we're gonna reroll.
Come on, Thunderarm.
No, bad arm.
Okay. So let's see. He got a flat. He has flat 0. You have a bonus 1 for your ability. Those two cancel out. Those cancel out.
Send 0.
I'm gonna say though that you're suspicious of people, so you're gonna get another bonus. So you do win this with +1. So you manage, and because of the fact that you are easily ignored.
Good for romance.
You have slunk.
Yeah, keep your head
You
down.
have slunk yourself kind of behind this frantic halfling, correct?
Yes.
This frantic halfling, and let's see. What do you see? You see that he's got like kind of a large. Let's say you're investigating the pack that he pointed to earlier. So you're seeing this large pack, and it is just filled to the brim with odd assortments of items, things that like don't really make a lot of sense to be together. There's like a pickaxe. There's like a pickaxe in there, but then there's like just a human skull. There's there's like a weird looking mask. There's an antique doll that's like missing an arm, and the last thing that you can see in there without anyone noticing is just like a single lock of like gray hair that's like wrapped around a stick.
My God, everything that I thought I knew about the Shire folk has been a lie.
For real.
Just a simple merchant.
I will go ahead and say, since you have this kind of predisposition towards magic, this bag is giving you, like, you get the heebie-jeebies from just about everything. This bag is, like, Mondo
Mondo
like,
heebie.
extra large.
Scooping of
Yeah, a
heaves.
scoop in a darkness.
Heebies.
You don't want
Gotcha.
to touch nothing. It's very much a look, don't
Super
touch.
size.
Even though I have a predisposition to dark magic, like necromancy, it's like
That's fair. Okay, so this bag's really exciting for you.
changes everything.
Yep.
Okay. But in this life or in the reset.
I'll say in the reset, even still, like, you're still kind of drawn to the dark arts.
Okay.
And so everything I said about that being negative is actually positive for you. Especially that, like, lock of hair wrapped around that stick. You're like, what's that all about?
What's that all about?
What's that?
That stick though.
Good.
Okay. Anyways.
Okay.
So yes, please. If you find these trinkets, please, won't you come visit me and my shop? See, at this crossroad, if you take the other direction, the west, you see, I live in the town of Caldor. So please, come visit. Yes. And I will reward you all handsomely for these peculiar devices. Yes.
All right. I want to like have a little sidebar with you with Cricket. Like, so
I'm
He
also
said-
like just rubbing my hands together and
yeah,
smiling.
yeah.
He seems fine.
Here's the thing. He says he has a shop, correct, in town.
It's true, and he said something about handsome rewards.
Networking. These people that he knows. We can use those connections.
I'm really sorry.
We can get our foot in the door, and we can build renown with the people.
That's
we can
true.
learn more about this world.
Interject really quick. Can Aiden and Cricket make deception checks
Yeah.
to being deceived? Cricket, you're going to suffer a negative to this
Oh
one.
yeah, no, I know. That's one of my
And
things.
I think you're also going to suffer a negative because
Oh.
even though you might not believe this guy, you want to help.
Yeah, and I have to get accustomed to this world too, and getting fucked.
Getting a little duped.
Yeah.
So, believe it or not, I actually rolled flat on that.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here, and I'm getting a -1 to this, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, because this cancel each other out.
Yeah.
So, yep. If it's
So you're just at
well, yeah.
yeah, and -1, -1, right?
so 0, -1.
Yeah.
He also got a 0. So you believe him.
Yeah, sure.
That like he's in trouble and you need to go find these items for him.
Yeah.
You're pretty much on the fence. You're like, you want to help,
I do.
but
I
you're
do
not
want to
solely convinced that you need to necessarily bring these items back to him.
Do I realize that Ricken is missing?
We haven't noticed Ricken's missing.
That's true.
Looked.
You haven't looked.
Wait,
Yeah.
let's ask Ricken what they think.
No.
I turn around and don't see Ricken.
Yeah, and Ricken's gone.
Huh.
What? Sir, your problems will just have to wait for the time being. I've lost my friends, and I must find them.
Sure.
As you look- yeah, you turn around and like you alert him to Ricken rifling through the bag.
Oh, I'm rifling through it?
Yeah.
Shit, dude. Okay.
Please get out.
Oh no! I'm sure she wasn't doing it. I'm sure she wasn't doing anything nefarious.
Don't touch unless I say so.
Oh, there you are, Ricken. What are you
You
doing?
can take
down.
one item if you want.
Can I take the hair? 'Cause
You want
I
to take
guess
the
that
hair on
was
the
like-
stick? Yeah. Okay. You
God,
took
I
the-
guess that
Hair on
seems
the
from what you were describing pretty.
took the hair
Oh,
on
it
the
sounds
stick.
so appealing.
All right. So
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
Get
say-
your friend out
You
of my
slip
bag
that- you slip
now.
that in-
All right,
in
some
your
of my
sword.
ignorant, not intentional, but my ignorant racism comes out, and I'm like, calm down, short stack, it's okay. And I remove, I like step between
Ooh.
Ricken and the bag.
Do I have to say you're insulted?
What?
Wait. Okay.
You giant! You be quiet.
You okay?
Get out of my bag.
Sir.
I shrug it off, and I just like walk back.
Can I say one
Do
of
I
my
see that
advantages
on
is that I'm easily adaptable?
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause I'm
I was
a question.
describing it to the other players earlier that, like, Ricken just is so accepting of the universe and all of its horrendous constantness of things happening, like, whether it be a good thing or a bad thing happening to them, like winning an award or attempted
They
murder.
go with the flow.
They just accept it.
Okay.
But like finally they talk and it's vaguely comprehensible, but they say to the merchant, the halfling,
What did they say?
they say and look at them, "Sir, I really appreciate your plight, and I was looking for a business card. What is your name so that we may help you and find you again, and also spread word of your store?"
Yes.
Make a performance roll. This is too good.
Can I roll down?
Yeah, you can totally roll to help.
Let's see. So that's nothing. That's a +3.
Okay, yeah.
Putting on show in the background.
So Ricken got a -1, but with Cricket.
What my friend is trying to say.
That's your +2, so never mind. You're at a flat. So yeah, with your bonus from Cricket, you win this. You're convinced that she was really just trying to find your information.
Fine. If you want more, my name is Botharon. Please, yes.
Yes, Botharon. Write it in the book if you don't mind. Cricket.
I don't know if we should
No,
write
right,
in this
don't-
book.
We should have notes.
but-
We
here,
should notate
here.
our
Oh,
adventure.
I would write it actually on the back of this piece of
My
parchment, but I
notebook.
don't think we have a pen. Does anybody have a pen?
Do we have any means of writing or no?
You don't have any means of writing at the moment, but when you start mentioning the book, it does pique your interest.
What book? Book, yes.
Cookbook.
Book? Book, still book.
Well, an ingredients
Yes,
book
yes,
to a
yes,
sort,
yes.
correct? It's the ingredients
it-
to our future.
We were told very specifically that it's a very important book.
Food is so important for eating.
If you let.
I
if you
feel
let, see
like
book.
we're getting away from the point. What about these pig
Right.
farmers?
Pig farm, pigs. Pig.
I am getting bored standing here in the dirt. I want to go get these items. I want to return them to the rightful owner, and then I would like to go back to your shop, and I would like to meet your friends and family and break bread with them.
We will return to you triumphant, sir. You have my promise.
Okay. Fine. Yes, just bring back the items to me, please. Yes, and you will be rewarded for indefinitely. Yes.
All right. As he says that, he points you in the direction to which he thought the lying pig farmers went with his items. He promises to reward you handsomely,
Okay.
over hand and foot, for these items.
Okay.
If you bring them to him.
Yes.
And with that, we have just gotten through our first and second audience choices.
Okay.
I think that's going to wrap us up for today at Choose Your Own Adventure.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Could I say like a quick closing note for my character, just
Yeah,
to like
go for it,
to
yeah.
lead into the next
Catchphrase.
thing? I just wanted to say to the party when we leave earshot of him, like just to sort of reveal something about my character, like a trait of his, just to talk to the two of you and be like, I think that we should talk to the farmers and we should get both sides of the story, because in a well-formed society, you give both people the right to speak on their behalf. As much as I want to help this man, we need to see both sides of the coin. And just to sort of show that my character is not like blindly following, I'm just like helpful, you know?
Cricket's going to agree, thanks to that role, that she totally didn't fuck up. Where she realized that maybe this man is not on the up and up.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
We'll see.
I'm not saying I distrust this man. I'm saying that I want to hear both sides of the story.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. So when we pick up next time, we're going to be investigating the halflings theft by pig farmers. And Nick so wonderfully corrected me that we actually had 3 audience choices were in this segment here. You, the audience members, you decided that the group was going to head towards Tapor as their first major encounter, which is part of Ricken's storyline, which that'll be fun to explore. The audience also chose to send you after some strange, dark items.
All right.
Whoa,
Right off the
okay.
bat. Cool. Thanks, audience.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Well, Ricken's like, well, this is at least familiar.
Yeah. Aiden appreciates the evil
Wait,
swords.
whoa. Are we on our first episode and Ricken is getting favoritism?
Unintentionally.
Already the favorite character.
cutest. Okay.
And the last thing that they decided was, indeed, the progenitors of your misfortune are a group of pig farmers.
Well, I do like that. That was sick. Also, great job, audience. That's fantastic.
I don't think it would
Illuminati.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back next time with new audience questions and new interactions. We're gonna go ahead and end with our last segment, which is going to be the what should we call this? The boon, the goddess's boon. At the end of every session, the audience is going to be deciding essentially which of the 3 of you is going to receive a boon in the next adventure to use at your own pleasure. And for this one, the audience voted that the most unlucky member of the team will get the boon, and that's going to go to who rolled the worst roll, and that does go to Cricket with a -2 on being persuaded.
Cool.
That's sweet.
So
Yeah.
during the next game, you will get to use that to your advantage in the sense of either re-rolling or getting some privy information or opportunity that the rest of the group doesn't get.
Sounds great.
And we'll decide that next time.
Now, Mark, the dungeon god, will the viewers... Will the viewers be able to see our character progressions online?
Of course. We're gonna have a full summary of each character's progression so far, as well as their up-to-date character sheets uploaded to www.choosemyownpodcast.com. I said that wrong. I'm sorry.
What is it really?
It's actually.
What actually is it?
It's
though?
actually www.choosemyownadventurepodcast.com. It's going to be a Tumblr layout website. You're going to find the character bios, character sheets, as well as the rules and the adventure summaries that we have for this week. We'll hope to see you all there and keep posted for next week's questions. Let's go ahead and thank Nick for being our guest this week.
Nick.
Woo!
Thank you guys for having me. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, maybe I can come back, or I can listen in on more of this.
Vote on it, audience.
Yeah.
Vote Nick off the
You want
island.
Nick to come back?
Live or die.
Yeah.
Life, death, life,
All
death.
right, that was fun.
And I think with that, we
Please
don't
keep
have
me
an
alive.
official sign off, so let's just all say something weird in a round, and then we'll end it.
Okay.
For Hubagats, dude.
God. Ricken was holding in a pee that whole time.
Cash me out back. How about
I don't want to die, please.
Until next time, this has been your adventure for me. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Good.